Just imagine this, you log on to Animal Jam Classic after a long day of work, you know, trying to decompress, just relax it a little bit. You spawn into Jamal Township and see a weird pile of animals all on top of one another. You think nothing of it, and then boom, you're banned from the game. That is what has been happening to people recently. Kind of. There might be some exaggeration to that, but, you know, let's talk about it, guys. Seems every time I kind of leave for a little bit, like a week or two, something just so happens just to go wrong and I get dragged back in. So here I am. People are getting banned on Animal Jam, you know, and water is wet. You know, these things are facts, and they're not going to change. Okay, people get banned on this game all the time. But it's kind of weird how people are getting banned on the game recently. Bots are back once again on Animal Jam Classic. We were doing so good without any kind of bots on the game, and unfortunately there is one person that is on their own little villain arc that is terrorizing this game now because they got banned themselves, I'm pretty sure. I don't even know, but we'll talk about that a bit later on in the video. But bots are reporting people on the game now to get them permanently banned. There's a lot of misconceptions and a lot of you know, panic going around because of this, as you might have guessed. A lot of people just kind of summarizing the situation, and people were kind of worrying like, oh, am I at risk of being banned, type of thing. And you very may well be. There has been random people targeted by this, but there's also specific people that the person that's controlling these bots are targeting as well. That is something to note. Also, by the way, if you're wondering why I'm on a non-member account, no, I did not get banned or anything like that. I'm just trying to be safe, because I'm not trying to have my account get smited mid-video by this if I just somehow run into these bots. So a lot of this information got forwarded to me in Jambler, only tolerable Animal Jam Discord server in the current year, in my opinion. Okay, I'm kidding, not really, but this screenshot right here comes from Plushmon, so shout out to them. There is just a screenshot of a pile of animals sitting on top of each other. These are a bunch of new jammer accounts, so these are bots. I don't know how many animals are sitting on top of each other, but it's at least more than 4, right? You can see 4 animals right there. Now, what these bots are doing, they're not just sitting there AFK. They're, I'm pretty sure, scraping usernames and automatically reporting them for inappropriate language or inappropriate behavior on the game, and this inevitably leads to people getting banned from the game. Now, this is not something that's actually new to happening with bot raids. In fact, I've talked about this, I think, almost 2 years ago at this point, and maybe even last year as well. And I'm doing it again this year, so, you know, great track record with bots on this game, Animal Jam. You might want to do something about them. But I will say, it hasn't been done to this degree, I feel like. I feel like the last time I talked about this, in the last video, whenever that was, it seemed like only like a handful of people were actually getting permanently banned from the game because of this, but it seems like a lot more people are getting banned now. And the reason I say this is because there's a lot of screenshots here that are showing people actually getting permanently banned from the game, whether it be TOS violations as the reason, or inappropriate language or inappropriate behavior. A lot of people are posting about it, and a lot of people, as I said, are coming to my comment section saying that they have been banned from it as well. So I thought I'd explain here how this is even happening. How are these bots reporting people and leading to them getting banned? Because it isn't just as simple as, oh, you can report a person a bunch of times and then eventually Animal Jam's just gonna auto slap a ban on them. That's not how Animal Jam's moderation works. And honestly, if you have never done anything on this game that breaks the rules, you haven't engaged in like inappropriate conduct on the game, you know, you haven't sold items, you haven't scammed people, you haven't hacked people or whatever, I wouldn't worry about this, okay? You really don't have to worry about this. But if you have, you know, been a little edgy on the game, we'll say that in the pillow room, you know, you guys might want to be worried. And you Brady's Labs dwellers, you might want to be even more worried given what I'm going to be talking about. What this person does, they'll target a username to report a bunch of times over and over and over, and eventually those reports will get flagged on Animal Jam's end. They will manually look into why this person is getting reported. Now, whatever Animal Jam moderator is handling these reports, they will look into the account and investigate if there is actually a reason for them to be reported, or if they're just baselessly getting reported. A lot of the time, they're going to find something that will eventually lead to a ban on the game, and sometimes might even lead to a suspension as well, alternatively, but it's usually a ban, it seems like, in the most recent days on the game. And this isn't a entirely new thing. As I said, people have been banned for getting banned from stuff like this before with bots. But there was also another thing with bots in a similar manner that I don't think I talked about on the channel before. I might have, but this was with people's usernames being reset. Similar fashion where bots were reporting a single user for an inappropriate username a bunch of times. animaljam sometimes just auto reset the username. I'm not gonna lie to you. It seemed like it was automatic process, given that people with usernames that weren't inappropriate at all were getting their usernames changed or forcibly changed when they tried to log in next. Now, as I said, if you're an average player in this game, you don't really do anything, you know, kind of keep to yourself, or you keep conversations civil, unlike most of the animaljam community, then you don't have anything to worry about. But if you are, as I said, you know, a pillow room or Brady's lab basement dweller, you might want to be worried about this. Because as I just explained, a lot of these reports, they do eventually lead to a manual investigation by an animaljam moderator, which is what a lot of these people are getting banned for. As I said, this person behind this is targeting a lot of people. I'll throw a list up put together by QFC on screen right now. They've been tracking a bunch of people that have been banned by this. Some of these people are kind of like big in the trading scene, and some people are getting caught in the crossfire, it seems like, because as I said in the little joke intro, there was people that just spawned into the room with a bunch of pile of bots on top of one another that had their username scraped up and reported. Now, funnily enough, the person behind this I've talked about on the channel probably numerous times. Most recently was the duping thing that I talked about last month. They were behind that. I guess this is their next step in their little villain arc, because they got permanently banned with all their stuff. So I guess they're mad at everybody that turned on them or something. I don't really know. I don't know if this is just a spite thing, or like they're just showing that they can do this, or they're just trying to ruin other people's times. I don't know. I think what they're doing is really stupid. Because while some of these people are getting banned for, like, I would argue genuine reasons, okay? Like, I don't think animaljam really hands out unfair bans most of the time. They're a lot less lenient with their bans nowadays. I can tell you that much. But that's just because of how smaller the moderation team is, I would have to say. Well, like, if you're talking like in-game, you have in-game chat violations, like you're talking about things you shouldn't be talking about in the game, and you unfortunately get targeted by these bots, like it's unfortunately just gonna happen, you know. And same with these kind of Brady Lab traders. I don't mean to snitch on you guys, but a lot of you guys in there, you do sell items and you know, other stuff. So unfortunately, you're gonna catch the wrath from this as well if you're not careful. In fact, most of the people that were mostly known traders, big traders, usually sold items in the past. So that's probably why they got, you know, caught a ban, I'm assuming. Look, I'm not here to argue animaljam item selling ethics. I don't know. It has been unanimously agreed upon by everybody, it seems like, over the last few days, that the person behind this is a scumbag or something like that. I don't know. It's just kind of a weird kind of situation overall, because a lot of these people that are unfortunately getting banned by this, they've done things to, you know, break the rules. So like, if you're gonna be stick in the mud about it, like, you know, enforcing the rules type of thing, I guess it's a good thing. I don't know. But at the same time, you know, I guess it comes down to arguing about how animaljam enforces their moderation. You know, what is a severe enough action to actually warrant a permanent ban in these cases, I guess. I don't know. Personally, I think that if you're doing something in game that you know is going to get banned, or you know you shouldn't be doing, you're eventually going to get flack for it. You're eventually going to get banned for it. It's just ironic, I guess, in this situation that the person behind all of this is like super duper banned from the game, and I guess just wants to dish it out to everybody else. You know, it's just very ironic in all cases. I guess that's my opinion. I don't know. I do know that one person involved in all this that got banned ended up getting unbanned, so maybe there's hope for the rest of you. I don't know. Not gonna try to give false hope, but you know what? Maybe in your case, if you did get banned from this, maybe false hope is all you can get. So cling on to that. Look, personally, if you've been a little risque in the chat system sometimes, avoid going out in public in Jamal. I guess that's what I'd advise you if you really don't want to get banned until all of this blows over. But at the same time, the person doing this, if they want to target someone, they can just put their username into their little loser ass hacking tool and send the attack, I guess. I feel like I'm being so snarky in this video, but like at the same time, I don't really care. Like, I know I got banned from the game many a times and stuff like that, so, you know, I'm not surprised if it happens to me again. But, just another one of those things in the game, I guess. It's the best way to sum it up. Yeah, I guess let me know what you guys think in the comments, because this is all the information we have right now. So, I know the last time I talked about bots, I said that would be the last time, but, well, I fold to public pressure, so unfortunate. So it's definitely unfortunate. Thank you to the members of the channel for supporting me. You have my heart. If you want to support me, hit the join button down below. Have your name shown at the end of the video right here and get some extra bonus perks alongside with it. Yeah, that's gonna do it for here now. Actual videos out soon. Been working on stuff still, so be on the lookout for that. But otherwise, it's another Animal Jam drama slop video in the books. Hope you all enjoyed. Oh yeah.